There are moments in life that are going to test your limits. Times when your body, mind and spirit are pushed beyond the limit. For me, the Maverick Race Jurassic Coast 100k was one of them. I knew this was going to be a battle. I suffer with a rare brain condition, a brain condition called SUNA. Short lasting unilateral neurological attacks. Basically, it sends shockwaves through my face into my brain, basically like an electric shock. So in more ways than one, this race was special for me, despite having podiumed 6 ultramarathons previous. Now this race was special for me, not just because of the distance or the terrain, because I was running with something else. Something not everyone sees, a rare brain condition. That was something I've been managing for a couple of years, and it affects everything. Training, recovery, even my day-to-day life, but I don't let it define me. I can't. My training this year didn't go to plan. I was meant to do the Epona 100, but I had to pull out. After the injury and the build-up, I was barely getting in 50 miles a week. Not the pace I wanted, but still, I kept at it, knowing that sometimes it's not about perfection, it's about showing up. Now the forecast was storms, and that's exactly what we got. The race camp at 4 o'clock in the morning was already swamped. I had wet feet as soon as I got out the car. As we waited for the buses to turn around in the mud, I'd already checked the weather, and it said that it was going to clear and that it was going to be a nice day until about 7 p.m. That there gave me my cut off. I had to be in before it was dark. I didn't want to be running with a head torch again, and I didn't want to be running in the rain. So from the start of checkpoint 1 was about 18 kilometers, and it was net downhill, so I knew it was going to be fast. I hit this like a rocket.
So currently 4k in, probably see all the headlights behind, none in front, because we're leading, baby. Let's go. Plan was all along, go out hard, as Ben would say, brake second early, and if I brake, who gives a fuck? Let's go.
Smashing sub 5-minute mile.
Hey. Woo, 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 woo.
Now this is not subdusive to a sub 10 hour that I was going for, but it was all downhill, so running 6 minutes per kilometers was basically like putting the brakes on. I took the lead early, and I found myself out looking behind me, and I could see an array of head torches not far behind me chasing me down.
10k check-in, still in first, but I got a good pack chasing me. Kid in second is probably half my age too, so he's on my fucking tail.
Now the climbs, oh my god, they were brutal. The hills were relentless. I hadn't done enough hill work in training, and it showed. I could feel it.
Just over 15k in, not far from first checkpoint. Still in first, but still being hunted down.
By the time I reached Lulworth Cove, I was still ahead.
25k in, seconds right behind me. Like, well, wait. 24.5k in, and 2 hours 12. Look at that, man. Wow. Seconds literally just behind me.
Just my lack of sleep was catching up with me, and every climb felt steeper. Now that's when I went past me. And he made it look easy. I was about 50k in when I come to the wood block with the swamp. Now I didn't want to go in there on my own, and this is where Ryan, Kayley and her brother Chris caught up to me. I was wandering around trying to find a different entry when I could see them approaching me, so I thought this would be perfect if all of us went in, we could make it out safe.
Yeah. This is fucking unreal.
So we took the plunge and we entered the swamp, and then one step into a river and boom, up to my neck, and Ryan had to fish me out. Now from here on in, I didn't really grab any footage at all because I was in a dark place in regards to energy levels, lack of sleep, and just general motivation. So things started to unravel a little bit. But by the time I got to checkpoint 3, I was looking forward to my red ambulance or flat coke, smash on my bruising.
Running strong. Continuing to show us how it's done.
Definitely now.
Up the steps and into the CP, mate.
Got some Kendal Mint gels down me, a jam sandwich, and I was on my way. The hill out of checkpoint 4 was absolutely brutal, and this is where Kayley and Chris caught me up. But for the best part, for the last 50 kilometers, it's like that fog had lifted, the energy dump had lifted, and I was back on the road to feeling good again.
Come on, mate, you got this. Absolutely not. Lee, the cow whisperer. There he is. There he is. Well done, mate. Amazing running. I'm not stalking you, my friends. I'm just going to say my friend. Amazing running. You're so good.
Okay.
Yeah, mate. We're good.
Kaylee and I decided to stick together to make it a lot easier, pushing through the mud and the hills. Whenever I wanted to stop, she kept moving, and whenever I took the lead, she was there pushing me. I want to say a massive thank you to Kaylee for this race, because undoubtedly, without her, I definitely wouldn't have had the guts to continue to run when she forced me to run, ultimately making me finish faster. There was a point where at 92k I thought we could catch the leader, and I actually thought I saw him, so I sped up because the guy had the same shorts as him, and turned out it wasn't him. But yeah, without that assistance from Kayley, it definitely would have been a lot more challenging. There was a checkpoint at 94 kilometers, so not that far from the end really, 7 kilometers, and this is where the pace started to pick up, and I could feel it. Definitely. There was a sense of urgency to get to the end, and we were ticking off the kilometers quite fast. No, when it comes to mud, it was comical watching Kayley because she turned to absolute mush, and the cornfields were just basically a sludge fest. But as we approached the finish line through the woodblock, we could hear the absolute buzz of Race Village and the commentator welcoming people across the line. And we crossed the line together, and I finished in second male and Kayley in first female, and I collected a prize of £250. Now this race wasn't just about testing my physical limit. Ultimately, now I don't speak about it a lot because I don't want to put a negative connotation on it, but it was about managing the challenges that come with living with a rare brain condition. It's a stark reminder that no matter what life throws at you, you can keep going. This race highlighted for me many things, if not the fact that friendships are forged on the trails through hardship, through pain, through sheer determination and a will to get to the end. It also reminded me that whilst I have a rare brain condition, nothing is impossible. Mindset for me is absolutely everything. And if we change the way we look at things, the things you look at will change. Now, I've podiumed 7 out of my last 8 ultramarathons. And that's a stark reminder that, yeah, life is challenging. Life is going to throw you curveballs, but it's about how we perceive those curveballs. Do we see them as an opportunity or an obstacle? Ultimately, it starts with a belief. I don't believe in this seeing as believing. First, you have to believe. It starts with belief. You have to have confidence in yourself. You have to know that you are capable of more and you can achieve more. So please, if you're sitting comfortable, please try and find your limit. Please push the boundaries. Remember, run strong, rest well, and I'll see you on the trails.
Sorry.
There we go.